And we're back after a very short hiatus.
What?
Feels like just yesterday that I was talking to you last.
Oh my God, it's been a long ass time. I mean, it was the last stream of the year. It was the last Wednesday of 2025 that we
Yep.
last. So, believe it or not, though, we only missed 2 streams. It was 3 weeks ago, but we only missed 2 streams. 2 weeks ago on the 6th, I had a recording session, so we couldn't meet.
Right.
Last week, though, there was something different that kept us, which I will save because that is something that is your story to tell.
Just a little something.
Just a little something, a few little, a couple little gritty something.
Yeah, just some rocks in my plans, so to speak.
You got graveled, as they say in Scrubs.
I did. I got grabbed.
But in ways that no one would ever want to be graveled.
No.
Yeah, so it's been a minute. It's been a while.
Been a while. Yeah, it's been.
We're here. It's been 3 weeks since we got to see
Yep.
Andrew and Josh make sex jokes that are unfunny.
It's only unfunny when Gilmer is not here.
Sorry, I also have a back scratcher. So if you see me scratch my back, I got this. It's like a claw. It feels so nice.
Oh, nice. The claw.
Yeah. The claw.
Why have been chosen?
So yes, how are you, sir?
I am doing great now. I'm doing. What the hell is this?
This is one of my daughter's birthday presents or Christmas presents, and I just thought it would be so funny just to have it slowly appear on stream and just kind of pop up.
I don't. I love it. What? Why is it just a little?
It's just
guy?
a little snowman, and the more you push, the bigger his head grows.
Oh, it's just like a narcissist.
But it's just, well, there's a lot of jokes I could make about this thing right now. I'm not going to,
But it
because
is
it's a child's toy.
I was gonna say it is your young child's toy. So yeah, well, I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it as is.
Yep. Leave your jokes in the comments below. No. I too have a new addition that is Christmas related. I normally have a shark behind me. This week, I have an alligator.
Is it Totodile?
Or a crocodile? No, it's not Totodile. The lights are kind of giving it a more of a blue, but she is green. She's a green gator.
It looks green on what I see on the stream. Granted, I'm like a little bit behind, but yeah.
Yeah, and she has the best little nuzzle spot. This is not a homemade. Well, I guess homemade as well. Handmade plush from an artist which I should probably credit. So let me
Probably
pull that up while I describe her. So something I experienced that I will just reference now and actually talk about later is MagFest. And what year was this? It's been like 2 years. 2 years ago at
2026.
MagFest. Not the current year. Although sometimes I don't know the current year. So, yeah, 2 years ago at MagFest, I saw this creator, this artist who had these little plushy crocodiles, and I thought they were super cute. And I'm furiously trying to find this artist. I really like the eyes, and the teeth get me. Like the eyes are kind of almost like that Rubber House animation eyes, like old school Mickey Mouse eyes. And I love that the teeth are just the two different colors of the like just a little zigzag to kind of give like the faux teeth. Oh man, come on, don't do this to me now.
Really should have thought of this before we went live.
I should have. Now it just looks like I'm just dicking around.
How about this? While you're looking, I can talk about some stuff on my end.
Very well.
That's not this snowman.
Yes. I will
also the sound effect.
Ew.
I don't-
Um, but yeah, so I found that plush, and I was like, this is really cool, but it was like $100, and I was like, I don't know if it's that cool. I mean, it
Not
is,
a
but
$100 cool.
I don't know if it's $100 cool. And this year for Christmas, police had got it for me for Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas time is here. Happiness. That song from the Charlie Brown Christmas special, I have annoyed the shit out of my younger brother with, because I'll sing it like in a really high pitched voice, it's like my voice is breaking. The Christmas time is like higher than that.
Oh God.
Like, it's really loud and obnoxious. And I've said before, I don't think I can do. Actually, no, I can do this now, because my brother had a kid, but the kid slept in the same room as them for a while. But now they've transitioned them to their own room.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said before, I'm gonna tell his wife one time, like, hey, on Christmas morning this year, you need to sneak out of bed when he's not aware, and then my other brother and I are gonna sneak in and scream that in his ears to wake him up on a Christmas morning. Christmas time is here, just as loud as possible. He'd be so bad.
Yeah. I messaged Polisa to hopefully get me that artist name, because I can't for the life of me find it. And I'm too stubborn to give it up, but I'm also don't want to just be sitting here on my phone. But I do have a funny story related to this character. Not this character, it's not really a character, but so I named her, and it is a she. I named her Juanita, but it's spelled
Juanita.
W-A...
Why?
No, it's spelled Wanita, because wani in Japanese is crocodile. And because I had...
Dignify that with a laugh.
What?
Not going to dignify that with a laugh.
Okay, well. I do have a funny... Oh, why in the hell am I not on...
I don't know.
Whatever. I have my own... have my own issues. Let me get Twitch pulled back up, because it decided to go to a random other person's stream and not my own. Any freaking way. One of my old coworkers, you can tell I'm a little rusty at the whole being on camera and talking to people live thing. One of my old coworkers, who I am gonna, maybe I won't name, but I will say that her name started with a W. I can say her first name. Her name was Winona. You know, and I know, and she should know, that her name starts with a W. Winona. One day, she's hilarious. I don't think she's stupid, but I do think she says things without thinking about them.
This
first.
is a hell of an introduction.
I know. Yeah, we're just getting right into it. No preamble, or maybe only preamble.
This is all preamble. Continue.
No, we're getting into things I've experienced. So, and why Juanita is named this. So my old coworker, Winona, one day I literally have a Google Doc on my phone of hilarious things that she would say without thinking. One of which being, she was like, one day, she's like, "Did you guys ever get a staple stuck in your nose?" I haven't. It's like, okay, then what? Why?
Why bring it up?
Why bring that up then? Have you guys ever been crushed to death by a car? I haven't. But
sorry, you finish your story, then I have something that your story reminded me of.
Okay. But she one day goes, she goes, there's no girls' names that start with W. And we all were like, I'll give you a second. You know that your own. Okay. And she goes, "Oh, Juanita." We were like, "Oh my God, no, that starts with a J." And also, Use your own name. Your own name starts with a W. That's like me saying, like, I've never met a guy whose name started with A.
That's wild.
So in honor of Winona with a J, I named this crocodile Juanita. But also it's a pun because Wani in Japanese is crocodile. So she's going back up.
It's a clever pun. It's a clever pun. I'll give you that.
I appreciate it.
What reminded me of it, there's a coworker of mine that I at my like a long time ago, over a decade ago. Her name's Natalie, and she had so many like dumb, I hate to say this, but like it was dumb blonde moments, and she was
Okay.
she was blonde, and we created a Facebook group dedicated to her isms, to Natalie-isms,
Yes.
as we called them. So one of the ones was I don't now, these aren't necessarily quotes, these are more, some of these are quotes, some of these are recollections. So I think one of us said, like, people, plastic bags kill fish. So like, making a comment about like someone who like, paper or plastic. Oh, thank God, they don't want to, you don't want to kill any fish with the plastic bags.
Yeah.
And she thought they killed fish to make the plastic bags.
I like that. That's good. What? Those poor fish.
Another great one. I'm going to go wet my whistle.
Nice.
Get a drink of water.
Yeah.
She thought that meant we were going to pee.
Oh God, why are you wetting?
What?
None of you should be wet after you pee.
I mean, technically, the inside of your whatever one.
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Then one for me, I guess like I got a bruise or something, so I made a joke. I'm like, I got into a bar fight, and the first thought in her mind was like, I literally tried to fight like a physical bar, like a metal bar. She thought I tried to like hit it or something like that.
Wow. Jimmy Doom's in the chat. Loves him a wet whistle. I have a story about Jimmy Doom, chat, that Josh knows.
I figured as much. Here's a great one. This is an exact quote. Hey, Aaron, I just found out they call the Pentagon a pentagon because of the shape. I never knew that.
Is she the type of person to ask, like, if they named the orange the color after the fruit, or the fruit after the color?
That would be too confusing for her.
You said Natalie-isms, and that reminded me. This is a great topic for the day because I have so many NPC quotes to tell you about. I have a bunch of them from the cancer center job, and one of the nurses there, her name is Judy, and my coworker, she always comes out and she just says like random stuff. She's separated. Our room is separated by a door for her, and she'll start talking before she even opens the door. So we'll just catch like the tail end of whatever she's saying to us. And then like, it'll literally be like, we'll hear her start talking. It'll be like this. Hey guys, this one, let's see if you got this. A note from the doctor about this one patient. Like, what? Start over. But anyway, my coworker said, oh my God, the one day you were out, I heard we had another Judaism. And I was like, whoa, hang on. Let's call that something else, please. Got another Judaism. But I've had patients, I mean, obviously I deal with people who are older. I've had patients say the weirdest stuff.
I believe it.
For Thanksgiving, we had no wait, I want to end with that one. We had one patient come in with her husband, and she was like, so the type of cancer that I deal with is breast and gyne. So those parts. And she came in to see one of the gyne doctors, the gynecological, and she goes, can my husband come back with me? And I was like, that's up to you. I mean, you're the patient, so it's really up to your comfort. And she goes, oh, okay, yeah, it's his favorite part. I was like, Okay. Do you mean
Do you mean your vagina is his favorite part?
right? Or
Or
if this process is his favorite part?
I
Like,
love cancer screenings.
I love going back and staring at my wife's cancerous vagina, which I can only do here. It's my favorite part. It was bizarre. Then I think this was the same woman. She goes, she was saying all this. Oh, she thought my water bottle. I have like a somewhat fancy futuristic looking water bottle. That's why I bought it. It looks kind of sci-fi, but it doesn't look like a device. It doesn't look like an electric device. And you need to know that because when she came out, she asked me if my water bottle was some kind of heating device. She's like, "Is that a space heater?" And I was like, "No, it's water. It's a water bottle."
Was
And
this in person or over like Zoom or
no,
something?
this is in person. She's at my desk saying this to me.
Oh wow, okay.
And she goes, and this is what I knew. She was nuts. Like, I don't, I'm trying to use the phrase nuts and insane and crazy less when talking about people because it's a little bit ableist. But this woman was fucking bonkers because she was like, "Yeah, well, I haven't had any water today. I've only had a glass of milk and nothing to eat. So think about growing up like that." I was like, "What? I only had a glass of milk today and no water." That was it. I only had a glass of milk today and no water. So think about growing up like that.
What does that even
So what
mean?
is
Like
this?
what lesson is she trying to impart to you?
I was like, "What are you trying to say? That you were too poor to have milk?" But I don't know. You were too poor
The
for
man
water.
wants a glass of milk.
I have no freaking clue. But my favorite one of all time is for Thanksgiving. We had like the whole hospital had like a big like buffet meal thing, and so I'm in line with a bunch of people I've never seen before because they're all the different departments are together, and this woman behind me, should I? No, I think I can remember it. I was gonna pull up my document because I did write it down. This older woman behind me, hair like blown out, like trying to do the big 80s hair thing because that was probably, she was probably like 50 in the 80s. So like try not enough hair, just kind of blowing it out. And she's just kind of
That
talking.
means she should be 90 right now. Just FYI.
I know that's probably not far off. She goes, she's behind me, thank God, because if she would have seen my face, I would have laughed into her face and blown all her hair off. And she goes, she's just talking at the people in line, I guess, to whoever would listen. And she goes, "Yeah, the chicken's dry. The chicken's very dry." And the two women with her are just kind of like, "Oh, yeah, yeah," just like appeasing her. And she goes, "Yeah, and my housekeeper committed suicide."
That's like a hell of an escalation.
She said it with the same level of intensity, like the same level of concern. Like the chicken's very dry, and my housekeeper fucking off themselves. It was a bra moment for sure, Jimmy. I was like, "Yo,
Fuck.
what?"
I don't even have words.
Yeah, the chicken was dry, very dry.
My housekeeper killed themselves.
And my housekeeper committed suicide. I do want to pull up my my NPC quotes, partially because I have one to add from tonight, from today.
I did see on Facebook you had
Yes.
a thing with I didn't read it, so yeah, I could read it off your screenshot if you'd like.
Sure, that would be great. Please do a dramatic reading of the interaction with DoorDash that I just had from this evening. And by interaction, it was very one-sided. And also, please note the amount of time between each message.
All right. your door dasher Thomas. The
Yeah.
dasher is nearby, but might be having trouble finding you. Send them more details to help them deliver your order. And then the I can't tell. Is it you who sent the first one where it's can't take pictures, or was that your DoorDash
That's
driver?
all him. I don't say anything in this interaction. It's all him.
Can't take pictures. Please help me with the picture. Why don't you respond? What is wrong with you? Why do you fail to help me? 1 minute apart from each other.
1 minute apart. He's like, can't take picture. Please help me with the picture. Why don't you respond with like three question marks? And then, what is wrong with you? All lowercase, no punctuation, no nothing.
Did you ever get your food?
Yeah. He said, why do you fail to help me?
I'm assuming English was not his first language.
That's what I thought too. And then I went outside. I was like, I guess maybe it's here. Maybe he's having trouble taking the picture of man's hit the panic button. He totally did. I was like, oh, okay, it's probably, that's what police and I were saying to each other. I was like, that's probably English isn't probably his first language. And I go outside and he's on his phone with somebody else, looked like someone who was just walking by, and he was just like, this here, no, this, like, this is the tip, and he kept saying, this is the tip. So I think he was the driver, and I tipped him. Like, it wasn't like I didn't tip him or anything. And he was trying to explain something on his phone. So, and no accent whatsoever. He looked white. It's dark out. It's, I don't know. I don't think we can even give him the grace that English was not his first language. So
why do you fail to help me?
why did you redeem? I know. Why do you fail to help? Like, what the? He said this like, what is wrong with you? Why do you fail to help me? Like, he's cursing my name. Like, I was, police and I were dying. I was like, he's sounding like he's like calling. he's like, a blight on your house. Why do you fail to help me?
That's wild.
It was absurd, and so then I responded. I was like, sorry, I just got these. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this means. What do you mean? What picture? And then he said something else about like helping him take the picture. And I was like, brother, I don't know how to help you. I'm just gonna eat my food. So it was okay that you were a little late today, because I was like, us too, because our food came really late. So we were like scarfing down our food and then trying not to choke as we're laughing, talking about this interaction. What is wrong with you? Why do you fail to help me? Like,
with like no
with a
chance
picture
for you to respond.
I'm like, maybe he couldn't take, because when they drop stuff off, they have to take a picture of the food to show that it was delivered. But the picture came through. So I don't know what picture, unless he just wanted a picture with me. Like, I have no idea.
I've watched Talk Tuesday.
It was I'm a big fan. Hey, I had an interaction like that recently. Gonna keep putting that off though. I have a couple more to share. Oh my god, I had a patient. I forgot about this one. I had a patient who said whose husband died, which is not the funny part. Obviously, it was hilarious. The fucking guy's dead, bro. No, her husband passed, and it was very sad. And she was like reminiscing thoughtfully of him, and she goes, "Oh yes, he was wonderful, so kind. He was the love of my life." And I'm like getting a little emotional. I'm like, this is so sweet. And I was like, well, it sounds like, he was really good to you, and you have a lot of good memories to look back on when you think about him. And she goes, oh yes, Dick was wonderful. And I was like, I hope it was. I really hope it was.
You know what? I'll be honest. I respect people a lot more who've just been like it does, old woman, old dude, doesn't matter. Like, whatever their partner's genitalia was, the fact that they reminisce about their partner's genitalia still.
Well, I think that was his name, but she said I think she was saying Dick, who that was his name, was wonderful.
Was his name Richard?
I don't know. I assume his name
Well,
was.
I guess you can't really say anyway,
Yeah,
even if it was.
yeah. If it was a patient, I couldn't say. But
That hog be hidden.
hog be hitting. Oh my God, that
Oh,
the Great
that
Depression
Richard, he
Dick.
blew my back out every night.
Yeah.
I
Oh my
think
God.
the expression of blowing my back out is one of the most vulgar expressions for
I love
good
it.
sex ever, and it makes me laugh every time someone uses it.
This is an overshare, but the other day my sister was like, how are you, what are you doing, what are you guys up to? And I just went all in, and I was like, oh, I just got finished blowing Police's back out, what are you up to? And she was like, oh my fucking God. Like, because you just go like 0 to 100. Oh my God. Let me see what else here. Oh yeah, the woman with the milk was like, I gave her like after visit summary, which is just like a printout of everything they and the doctor talked about, and she rolled it up like into like a little, like the handheld roll thing, and then there was a patient behind her, and she whipped around with the paper and was like, "I've got a weapon, so you better watch yourself." It was so weird. This woman was nuts. Oh my God! I'm so glad I wrote these down. This is one of my favorite topics of all time. New Year's. We're starting to get up to the current timeline. New Year's Eve? Or no, it was close to New Year's. No, it had to have been closer to Christmas, because it was like, I think it was this company's Police and I went out to a restaurant that's attached to a hotel around here, and then we went into the hotel, and there was like a big holiday party or something going on, like a company's big thing. They rented out one of the ballrooms or something. So so I went up to to use the bathroom, and I'm in the stall, and I just hear first of all, I almost walk in on a guy. Like the little locks on those doors were awful, and I walked in, and he kept like furiously apologizing to me. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." He's like,
as he's peeing into the toilet, "I'm so sorry."
He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Oh, and then he's like, "Oh, these fucking doors, man! These fucking things are pieces of fucking shit." And it was like, when you like talk to another guy and they feel like they need to swear more to appear more manly. I think that's what he was.
Tough, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he was doing, like just like as a no homo thing. It was so weird. Anyway, I get into my correct stall, start doing my thing, and then start cranking it. No, and then he gets out and he's washing his hands, and then another guy comes in and they're talking, and he's like, "Oh my God, Vanessa's walking around like she fucking owns the place," and the guy who just came in was like, I mean, he goes, Vanessa's walking around like she owns the place. Well, I mean, she kind of does. Fuck you. there's just like a long, like, I don't know, he just couldn't think of anything to say. He couldn't think of anything, because I assume Vanessa was like their boss or something, or their manager or whatever.
Who said around. Fuck you? The guy that said Vanessa walked around like she was owning the place?
Yeah, so it was like,
okay.
Oh, Vanessa's walking around here like she fucking owns the place. Well, I mean, she kind of does. Fuck you.
Just keeps on walking.
Such a funny reaction. I swear. A lot right before
I kiss boys really throws them off.
I swear, a lot before I kiss boys. Yeah, I know. Well, that's how it's not gay. Oh my God. Anyway, the last one on my list that I have to share is I was at ZenkaiCon last year, and I started writing there, or 2024 now, and I was writing down funny things that I overheard people say, and one of them was, I paid for 1 semester of college with 6 Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and then I dropped out. And then
God bless him, man.
This guy said, I feel like I look like Sean Schemmel. And I just put, guy who looks nothing like Sean Schemmel.
I don't even know who Sean Schemmel is.
It doesn't really matter, but he's the voice actor for Goku on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just so funny. He's like, I feel like I look like Sean Schemmel, guy who looks nothing like Sean Schemmel. Oh God, what a time! NPCs are out here wilding. Anyway, is there anything that you have experienced before I get into some current things of mine?
My kid's birthday is coming up.
Nice.
So they're going to turn 5. That's kind of wild.
Absurd.
That's surreal. We did have their party already. I'm going to see Lord of the Rings this weekend.
Word.
That's really exciting. And in speaking of Lord of the Rings, I used my work gift card because my work gives us $100 gift card every year.
Oh, sick.
And of course, there's an ad break. It says right now.
No.
At least for another like 50 seconds or so.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it doesn't show up for me.
Oh, I'm viewing it on my web browser, and it doesn't appear. I think on the app, it appears on the web browser. I've noticed. Yeah. So I'll share once the commercial's over because it's visual. So I'm gonna wait until beforehand. But yeah, going to see Lord of the Rings this coming weekend. The extended editions in theaters. That should be fun.
All of them?
Not all at once, but yes.
Wow.
Fellowship Friday night, Two Towers Saturday afternoon, and then Return of the King Sunday afternoon.
That's nuts.
So yeah, I'm excited, and because we are going to like AMC and Regal, we're going to get like metal, like nice collector's edition popcorn tins.
Oh,
some of them
cool.
come with magnets and stuff like that, which is kind of cool.
Is it an anniversary?
25th.
No way.
Of Fellowship. Yep.
Oh my God, we're so old.
Those movies still hold up, though, man. They're great.
Know.
Like,
I see you've changed your tune from the last time we talked about these movies.
I think we've talked about me changing my tune, haven't I?
Yeah.
Okay. It is weird though how like earlier 2025, I should say, not earlier this year, it's 2026, but earlier 2025, I was like, man, fuck Lord of the Rings, it's overrated. And then 2025 was such a shit year. I'm like, I need the hope that Lord of the Rings brings.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a serious amount of time, like 4 hours every day.
Yeah, we're going in the evening, Friday night from like 7 p.m. but that's like 3.5 hours. Yeah. So what I got though, I used my works gift card, right? And I treated myself to some nice versions of Lord of the Rings books.
Ooh, that gold foil.
This is The Hobbit.
Nice.
Don't you like? Is it like the right? Is it oriented the right way for you? It's backwards on mine.
It is.
I don't know if it's okay, but I love how this looks.
Yeah. Oh, I love me some gold foil.
Art. Yeah.
Oh,
and then like even the inside look at the page color.
Oh, sick.
Like it's like a blue.
Are they all different page colors?
Yes. So so The Hobbit was separate. The Lord of the Rings series came in like a little like a box, right? One of these guys.
Ooh. Damn, that's slick.
So Fellowship of the Ring looks like this.
Nice. Oh, okay. Is it like a silver for the foil?
Yeah.
Oh. I like that. With that like it's kind of sage
It's
green.
like a sage green with like a light blue edge to the paper.
Okay.
Then it also comes with a map. Fuck, hold on. Damn it.
Maps.
Hold on. The book fell and it pulled my headphones out of my ear.
Oh no.
It didn't hurt, but it scratched up the book. Motherfucker. I'm so mad. No. Very slightly scratched. Right there.
Oh God.
Look, I am so fucking pissed. God damn it. Sorry, it's just really fucking frustrating. That's
That's
very
yeah. I know. You were just talking about how nice they were. Now, well, oh no, all you have to do is just scratch all of the other ones in the exact same spot, and it'll look intentional.
um I'm trying to see. No, yeah, that just took away some of the color. That's fucking frustrating. I have a funny story though that I'll get to about like this. So hold on. Two towers looks like this.
Ooh, yo, I love that.
Look at like the design's really nice, right?
Yeah, I love
With
that
a
kind of
with
plum.
look at
Ooh,
the green though.
I do
It
like
matches
that.
the fellowship.
Okay.
The green on here matches the binding here on the fellowship.
Oh, so is then Return of the King gonna have like the maroon pages?
Return of the King is going to have the light blue color, like the blue on the of the Fellowship
Uh
pages,
huh.
with the maroon pages
Yeah.
of Two Towers. Look at that artwork,
That's
though. Isn't that
so
cool?
tasteful. I really like that one too.
Now, to be extra cool, when you line all three up,
Oh, this is
like
one of my favorite things.
the spine makes the Tree of
Oh,
Gondor.
yes. I like that.
Isn't that fucking cool?
I really like that. I love when they do stuff like that. I even like when you go to the grocery store and it's like two, like the product is designed so that when there's two of them next to each other, like part of the graphic goes into the other one. It'll be like if it's a fruit flavored product or something, it'll have an orange and then like it'll
Hmm.
be half an orange and then the other half of the orange is on the next box next to it, like perfectly lined up. I love stuff like that.
And then they also gave me like a map of the whole thing that you can open up.
Sick.
Just on just basic paper, nothing like crazy fancy. I might frame it, who knows.
Yeah.
Now the funny story about this is that I ordered this
Mhm.
and the company that sent it to me accidentally sent me the order twice.
So you have a backup for one that's not scratched?
I just gave my backup to my friend who asked for it
God damn it.
today, literally today.
Just be like,
Now,
hey, can I
no,
get that one back?
it, even with this though, it's like that's such a minor little
Yeah, I know.
like it's very noticeable on the camera actually.
Yeah.
It's surprising how noticeable. I'm so fucking pissed at that. The other one still though, even with that, like the reason I chose this set was the other one, like right here on the other one, there's like a scratch that goes across, like a pretty straight, pretty noticeable scratch.
Oh,
Um, so it is what it is. I am very angry that that felt like whole. God damn it! What are the odds?
yeah.
Like I even where I put it, like right now, I don't understand how it fell. Like I didn't bump it; it just fell off. Whatever. So, yeah, I'm still reading my Wheel of Time book right now, which
Mm,
it's downstairs. But check out the art for it because why not?
nice.
I love me some old school fantasy.
Shadow Rising.
But I'm very excited to eventually dive into these and like just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So yeah, I'm excited to eventually like fully dive into the world of Middle Earth and whatnot. I also just because ever since I bought like been getting into more fantasy stuff, um, Instagram's algorithm has been pushing me like fantasy, like it's like bookgram and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me put these Lord of the Rings stuff back in the box here.
Just drops them all again.
I know, right?
No.
But because of that, I still had a little extra. So what's crazy is this set was on sale for $50. This nice set
That's pretty good.
for $50. And the other thing you can see, like the top here, there's a little bit of dim. That was prior.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how it came.
It looks like they're
So
kind of just fragile.
not really. They feel sturdy. It just brushed off the top, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is what it is. I didn't have to really pay any money for it. So
Yeah. Yeah, you got
Um,
that for your
and
gift
then
card.
I chose this one because it kind of matches the overall visual look to those other ones.
Yeah. I like that one.
I also wanted to get the Silmarillion, but I didn't have enough money for it. So
Ah.
and it wouldn't let me split the payment, which was like, come on. So
Ah.
I ended up buying a set of there's 7 total in the series, but I ended up buying a set of paperbacks of a different fantasy series called the Deathgate Cycle,
That sounds cool.
and that's the first
Ooh,
one, Dragon Wing. Look
Dragon
at that,
Wing.
like, look at that 90s
I was
fantasy
just
art,
gonna say
dude.
this is like 70s or 80s.
The second book,
Ooh,
Elven Star, I like that a lot.
yeah.
And then the third book is Fire Sea.
Wow. These are all like the most fantasy sounding names I've ever
Yeah.
heard.
So I don't know if they're good. I've heard good things about them from like a random Instagram, in like bookgram influencer person.
Yeah.
But like I didn't pay any money for it. The covers were cool. The what is interesting, I haven't read these yet. Obviously, I've others on my list. But looking at like the world map, it's almost like it's a vertical world. Like you can see like
Huh.
you literally traverse up. Like these are like floating islands. It looks like
Oh shit.
right.
You just said
And
one of my
so
favorite things.
so apparently like at the top it says at the top up here it says Solaris and down here it says Deathgate. So I guess like you can like the how does it go here? Like the does it describes it somewhere. Hold on. The back of it's okay. Ages ago, sorcerers of unmatched power sundered a world into 4 realms: sky, stone, fire, and water, then vanished. Over time, magicians learned to work spells only in their own realms and forgot the others.
Hmm.
Now, only few who have survived the labyrinth and crossed the Deathgate know of the presence of all 4 realms, and even they have yet to unravel the mysteries of their several world. Dragon Wing. In
Dragon Wing.
in Arianus, Arianus, Arianus. I don't know. Arianus would make.
Arianus.
That's what it looks. That's how it's spelled. Arianus. In Arianus, realm of sky, humans, elves, and dwarves battle for control of precious water, traversing a world of airborne islands on currents of elven magic and the backs of mammoth dragons. But soon great magical forces will begin to rend the fabric of this delicate land. An assassin will be hired to kill a royal prince by the king himself. A dwarf will challenge the beliefs of his people and lead them in rebellion. And a sinister wizard will enact his plan to rule Arianus. A plan that may be felt far beyond the realm of sky into the Death Gate itself.
Sounds like they ripped off of Skyward Sword 30 years before.
Hate us cause that Arianus.
Hate us because they Arianus.
uh,
Well, that sounds cool.
one last, maybe there's probably other stuff that I can't remember, but the last thing off the top of my head, because I'm big into fantasy shenanery right now.
Fantasy shenanery.
I was watching I found like reaction videos to like movies and stuff like that. Yeah. I found a reaction video of these 2 like older Gen Xers reacting to Lord of the Rings for the first time, and they're not like fantasy fans. Mm-hmm. And my favorite bits of it, because they're liking it. It's honestly been really they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
But the one bit that makes me laugh is that they're trying to figure out how to pronounce Sauron and Sauruman.
Uh-huh.
And so they've ended up just saying screw it, and they call him Sour Ron and Sour Man. And the idea of like Tolkien writing a villain as he's like Sour Ron, he's just so sour. Just some dude named Ron who's just so sour. He wants to destroy. It tickled me. So
Ron.
Sour Ron is now is now all I can picture.
Why is Ron so sour?
Why is Ron so sour? Why is this Ron? He made a whole bunch of rings. Why is Ron so sour? Yeah, I think those are the big things. Oh, my cousin got me a PlayStation mug.
Nice.
That I'm going to
shiny
use
as
for
all hell.
pens. It is very shiny, even though it has. Look at the
My
the
eyes!
handles.
Oh wow, that's
PS4
funny.
controller,
And it
it's
forces
really
you to
wonky.
keep your pinky out and be fancy.
Not suitable for dishwasher or microwave use.
Well,
That's what. So It's just going to be for pens.
yeah, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think those are like. Other than if I mean, other than being completely rehooked back into Wheel of Time again, I was going on a bit of a hiatus for a while. Like I would read like every other day or so, or every 2 days.
Mm.
The last week though, I've read probably over 100 pages, which is a lot for me. And that book is also like I was thinking about it. Like, am I a slow reader? Is the book really dense? And I think it's like a combination of the two.
Yeah.
The book is incredible. Like there, I was reading a chapter where like a ton of stuff happened in it. Like so much stuff happened in the chapter. It was wild. Over the course of a single chapter, the basically one of the heroes arrives at a farm, convinces the farm to like the farmers to like basically abandon their farm and to protect themselves and go somewhere else to kind of like band a group of people together. Um, and then he leaves and then goes to rescue people who are captured by like in some bad guys camp,
Mm.
all in the span of like maybe 13 pages. I'm like,
Damn.
it's very, but it
Go, go,
doesn't,
go, go, go.
it just didn't feel rushed. It was weird, but but the pages are just, it's small font and there's a lot of text in this. Like it's
Yeah.
very dense text in this version of the book.
Yeah.
So,
And fantasy is
but,
like you're dealing with rules outside our own and all kinds of proper names and nouns and freaking
mhm,
it's all just the Lord of Winterfell this and Captain Harry
mhm.
Anus and just like the four planes of oblivion like
The foreplay of Oblivion,
the
it was very sexual.
the foreplay of Harry Anus is crucial
There
in the
is
battle of the prostate.
one of the things in this book, though, I will say that I've been really, really enjoying is there is a race of people called the Aiel,
Hmm.
and they are people who like there's a mountain range on the westernmost part of the no, wait, it's north south easternmost, sorry, easternmost part of like the world map called the Spine of the World.
Oh, I've
Uh,
heard that phrase before.
really fucking badass name for a mountain range, right?
Yeah.
Like just the spine of the world.
I wonder if that's
And
where Skyrim got the throat of the world because I think
I wouldn't be surprised.
that's
Like
in Skyrim.
Robert Jordan is a very influential fantasy writer.
Yeah.
Like uh it's like I don't know if he is like second or third to Tolkien, but he's like influential.
I've heard.
Um
From what I hear,
so
he's legendary.
he's really, I really like his stuff right now. I mean, I can't, I'm not an expert. I just find it, I just enjoy his stuff, but I know he's up there. He's very Wheel of Time series is very popular.
Hmm.
And but the Aiel, they're kind of like, how can I put this? They're a race of people who like eons ago traveled across the spine of the world and just left the world because there's no name for the world. I'll just call it the Western lands. Left the Western lands for reasons people don't remember or don't know,
Hmm.
and went across the spine of the world into what they call the Threefold Land or the Isle Wastes, as the people on the western side of the continent call it. And they've lived there for like thousands of years, and you don't fuck with them. Like they are like because they have lived out in the desert for thousands of years. It's a very rough, hard scrabble life.
Yeah.
They have their customs and cultures are extremely different. There are like there's a like a they kind of, it feels a little bit like indigenous people, but not in like a fetishist way. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes fantasy writers will do that as like a, I don't like they'll use a trope or like something like that, and they'll almost use it as like a, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm saying
As
the
soon
right
as
thing.
you said desert people, I was like, okay. How old is this book?
90s, but like
Yeah.
they're broken up into different clans, or what they call them, septs, like
Mm.
sept, sept. I can't, it's just so hard to say sept.
Yeah.
um and there's feuds between the clans, just like there are feuds between nations and stuff like that. And the way Robert Jordan writes it is interesting too, because it's never like people talk about how confusing like the IO like culture is, but it's never in like a derogatory way.
Hmm.
It's just like mysterious, like they just don't understand it. It's never like looked down upon. It's just they don't. It's just confusing. Like I don't understand why like their sense of humor is different and this and that, and it doesn't ever feel like judgmental. It feels like whenever there is that difference of culture, it feels like there's confusion, but they just kind of like let it go as is.
Yeah.
Um, but the Aiel are really cool in that like they, like one of the things they talk about even in the first book is that if you see a veiled, like they have like a scarf that they'll wear over their face, and if you see a
Yeah.
veiled Aiel, do not go near them because that means they're ready for a fight when it's like that. Like excuse me, they only wear that when they're fighting. If they're not fighting and you see it down, they're not here to attack. They're here for conversation or whatever.
Okay.
Um
It's giving kind of Gerudo a bit.
that doesn't feel like Gerudo at all.
Oh, okay.
The I would say like it could, I don't know, they have like I think it's really interesting. It's really cool. It doesn't. I'm sure there is problematic stuff in Robert Jordan's books. Like uh, I'm listening to a podcast called Tarvalon or Bust, and Tarvalon is like the city where the magic users, the Aes Sedai, like live and like study. It's like
Oh
their
yeah,
magic academy.
you were telling me about them.
And they bring up a lot of good points where like like they'll talk about like I don't really appreciate this depiction. Like there's a whole race of people called the Shan who basically
Sean
enslave
Chan.
people. Yeah.
Notice me,
uh
Sean Chan.
and but they enslave magic user people who
Right.
can channel the power, and they're like, you really shouldn't use slavery as a plot point if you aren't willing to like dissect the nuances of like don't use it just to be like subversive or like
Right.
type of thing. They felt like he was using it in an improper way, and I'm not. I didn't really feel that way, but I'm also white guy. I'm not gonna like die on a hill saying it was wrong
Yeah.
type of thing. But it's interesting. But the Aiel are just a really they have where I'm at in the book right now. When a clan chief is like trying to become a clan chief, like when they are ready to lead their group of people, they all of them, no matter which sept they are a part of, they have to travel to a place called Ruiden, and it's like it's the middle of the desert, but it's a city shrouded in mist. You can see spires of the whatever is in there, the buildings that exist coming out of the fog, but you don't know anything that's in there, and you're only supposed, like when you go in there, and if you survive it and come back out, then you can become like then you have that's your rite of passage at some point.
Mm.
And they also have versions of Aes Sedai, but they're called the Wise Ones. uh and but they it's sort of not all wise ones, it's a whole thing, but each group is very different and interesting. They have a whole group, they have a group called Women of the Spear, which are women who just want to fight. That's it. Like
Nice.
they call it they wed their spear.
Time to wet my whistle.
Pretty much. But it just, I don't know, I don't understand all the customs or anything like that, and that right now one of the characters is having to navigate that for reasons I won't spoil in case anyone reads it. But it's really interesting. Like I'm really enjoying where the story's at right now. And there was a moment also in this book where a character finds out their parents their parents were killed, and the way that Robert Jordan writes it is, I loved it. So in the moment when the dude finds out about it, he is kind of like he doesn't really have much of a reaction, and everyone else in the room is like waiting for the other shoe to drop. They're like, how, like, he just found out his parents are going to die, how is he going to react?
Yeah.
And he's just kind of not like, as soon as he didn't really react, he kind of just went almost like business as usual, like, all right, then this is the next set of plans type of thing. I was like, okay, he's in shock,
Yeah. Yeah.
clearly in shock. And I was right, but the way Jordan writes it is like the character would continue on in conversation, almost like it was business as usual, and he would say something like, "All right, well, we need to go to the next town and do blah blah blah." The 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 dialogue, the quotation mark would end, and then he would have a line like in his own head. It was written in this character's perspective,
Mm.
saying something like, "My sisters used to love to play under the apple trees during the summer," which had nothing to do with what he just said.
Yeah.
And then it would continue on, and then another line later on where he would be like, I meant to tell, I should have written a letter to my mother while I was away," and then it would continue on, and like it was just small little lines as
Mm.
like for about a page or so. It wasn't like, because he does break down and like allows the grief to like him to actually feel the grief,
Yeah.
but like I loved how he wrote it, because I just the trying to push on, but like it's in the back of your mind, like the shock is like slowly eating away.
Yeah.
uh really cool way to write it. um
Yeah.
my only sorry, go ahead.
I was like on that note about like sometimes it doesn't hit you right away, and sometimes it hits you so hard that you it doesn't hit you. I always think of the scene from Breaking Bad when like the first episode when Walter finds out that he has cancer. He's just staring at the doctor's like uniform, and he has like a little stain, like a mustard stain or something on his lab coat, and the camera's just slowly zooming in on this stain, and you're just hearing, like, you're seeing his wife next to him crying and crying and freaking out, and she's talking to the doctor, and it's getting more muffled, and he's just not saying anything. He's just staring at this stain. And like I've been in situations like that too, where like something traumatizing has happened, and I've just been like you'll stare at something. What you remember is weird things about like how the light is hitting certain things, or like, oh, I left the, I forgot to put my laundry in the washer. Like the weirdest stuff.
Well, you're trying to think about anything but the news you just received.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what it kind of felt like with this character here. I loved how he wrote it, because it was all from his perspective. And then there's a love interest for this character, and this her name's Fail, and she comes up and she gives him a giant, and she goes, "What are you doing? You just found out your parents died." And then before he can finish saying anything, she runs over and hugs him. And he like, the way it's written, he's like, he grabbed her by the sides to pull her off, but he ended up finding that he was like wrapping his arms around her type of thing. And then he just starts crying. And then the way that's how the chapter ends. And the next chapter begins with him being like, with it being written as, he did not know how long, Perrin did not know how long he was crying, but when he brought his face out from beneath Fail's breasts, like it wasn't written pervy.
Yeah.
I know that kind of sound, but because it made it sound like it was like right here at her stomach, and he pulls his head out and everyone's gone. So that he clearly, like, they just gave him space. It was really like powerful the way I read it. My only beef with the whole scene is afterwards he's like, "Well, I can't, I gotta, I've cried like a babe long enough. I have to get up and be a man now."
Okay.
In a nutshell. And it's it's an old dude writing fantasy books in the 90s.
Yeah.
There's going to be some problematic stuff with it. And there is bits of toxic masculinity in this, not in the sense of how men treat other people, but how they treat themselves. Like, it's very much like suppressing your own emotions at times,
Yeah.
which is a little frustrating. But at the very least, though, all the main guy characters, they are usually trying to, not always, like, there's a storyline with what happened with Perrin prior to this that makes that, especially the moment I just told you about, like, him and Fail were at odds with each other for like 2.5 chapters, like really nasty stuff being said to each other back and forth, because plot lines Perrin has a reason for it, doesn't excuse why he's being a shitheel to her, and the stuff she says back to him is like the most condescending bullshit you've ever heard. It's honestly really infuriating. I hated it a lot. But when I got to this scene and like that happens and she, like, all that fades away and they hug and he's able to finally break down, it made it that much more beautiful. So there's a lot of cool stuff in this series, man. I'm really
I guess I'm
really digging it.
Gotta check it out.
So sorry, that actually went longer. I wasn't planning on going into a whole thing about the specifics of the last like 5 or 6 chapters of Wheel of Time that I've read,
Yeah.
but there's been some really cool stuff. Like Rand goes into Reading and he sees like the entire history of the Aes Sedai and like how they come to the Threefold Land, and it's a really tragic story. I'll spare you that, but that's really interesting. There's so much. I love this story so much. The world is so interesting.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, just cool stuff. I'm excited to read more of it.
Yeah, I'll have to. After these glowing recommendations and deep dives, I'll have to.
Well, I don't. I does it sound interesting to you? You don't have to. Like, if it doesn't, I'm not going to be offended. But
It does. I just don't like when we're talking about plot stuff. I have nothing to add, so I'm just kind of like,
yeah, no,
cool.
no, I totally get it.
um, do some reviews on IG with them book nerds. Hey, yeah. Well, I was gonna say like I should read this one so that like I can join the conversation when you want to like gush about this book.
If you start reading the Eye of the World, I would love to hear like weekly updates on Talk Tuesday.
Yeah. Um, I'll have to. I'll have to give you a book to read. Uh,
I don't have time. After I finish this one, I have to read Narnia. After I read Narnia, I gotta read Lord of the Rings. After I read Lord of the Rings, I gotta read Dragon Wing, and
mm-hmm. Do you remember Dragonflies? FLYZ. It was a toy and a cartoon in the 90s.
no, not even the slightest.
Do you remember like the Barbie they were like Barbie fairy toys that were like on a little stand and you put the toy on top of it and then you'd pull this ripcord and it would like fly. It would like zzz.
No.
Oh.
Wait,
Well,
no, yes, I do. Sorry.
yeah. Those were pretty popular, but they made like quote unquote boy versions and it was just like muscular men and it was like instead of fairies it was like dragons and they were rad and I wanted one and I think I got one for Christmas and then there's a cartoon for it that was actually surprisingly really good. But yeah, Dragon Wing just reminded me of that. I still remember the opening of it. It's like watch the skies for dragonflies.
What?
It's so stupid.
One last thing, just thinking that one of the reasons I was late actually in speaking of fantasy books is I've been reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe to my daughter.
Oh, nice.
And she's liking it. Have you read Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
I've never read any of them or seen any of the movies except the horrible BBC abomination that you showed me.
What are you talking about? That movie's amazing.
I hate it so much. I was forced to watch that when I was sent to Christian school, and everybody acted like it was. Everybody acted like it was Avatar levels of quality. Production.
I will say for a made for TV budget on the BBC in the 80s, they did a damn good job for a made for TV movie in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like that with those qualifiers. It's not a good movie, but with those limitations set upon it, I think they did a pretty damn good job. With those limitations, that doesn't mean that you enjoy it. It doesn't mean that you like it. It's like one of those things where it's like, what? Trying to think of a good example, like something that's a technical marvel, but everything else about it sucks. To me, that's kind of like what the Narnia movie is in the original one, where it's not technical marvel is a strong term. I don't mean it for that, but like I'm impressed by what they were able to do with how little budget they would have had for it. It wasn't like a movie budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think part of why I hated it was because it looks, in my opinion, terrible.
Oh no, it doesn't. I'm not saying it looks good. It does look terrible. My nostalgia for it makes me like how it looks, but I can acknowledge it looks terrible. I'm just saying from if you're looking at it as a made for TV fantasy movie before there was like Game of Thrones or like HBO doing the stuff that HBO did. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And Jimmy, the It movie in the 90s, the TV movie for It in the 90s was spectacular, but one, they had Tim Curry. Two, there's a lot less fantasy in that than there is there's a lot less like they had to find castles and do
Yeah.
magic and like talking beavers and
I'm just thinking about the screaming wolf. Ah! Or Aslan's
talking wolf.
roar. Like.
It's horrific and wonderful, but the you know the movie they did, like the professional movie they did in like the mid aughts, you know, the
Yeah.
Disney version was pretty damn good.
Is
That
that
was
Disney?
fun. Hmm.
Oh, I never knew that.
Disney and Walden Media,
Wow.
but yeah, no, if mild spoilers, I don't think anyone would really care, but just in case if you don't want to know spoilers for Narnia, earmuffs for like 2 seconds. Um, we just read the spot where Aslan dies and comes back. You know, it does has his Jesus moment, and I was worried it was
Lion
going to like
Jesus.
freak her out,
Oh, how did she handle
but
that?
she didn't. She was cool. I did tone down the language for it. Like there's language talking about like the witch sharpening her knife and getting ready for the final blow and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
I kind of toned that down a little
Okay.
bit. But I did. And the way I read it was instead of the witch killing him, she took him away and he disappeared. But then I mentioned like the witch, like he laid there, like his body was on the stone table and the witch killed him, type of thing. So she knew that he died, and which I don't think she has a full concept of death, obviously, which I don't
Yeah.
want her to at 4 years old,
Right.
soon to be 5. Um, but still she's enjoying it. She's really like I sold it to her because she likes lions, and I have a sneaking suspicion my kid's going to be a furry when she grows up.
How did I know? That's exactly what you were gonna say. Why do we always end up talking about furries?
And there's nothing wrong with it, man.
No, I
I
know.
think she's really into, she likes to make believe she's a lion, and maybe it's just her being 4, and
Yeah.
if that's what she wants when she's older, no, no harm, no foul. It's her thing.
Yeah,
But
I mean, when she starts
I
writing fanfics, just at least just make sure
yeah.
that they're good and consistent.
Yeah. Is your character developing appropriately?
Yeah. I just want
Uh,
two boy lions to kiss. I'm a Fujoshi.
I want 2 boy lions. Oh my god! But no, it's been cool. It's been cool reading it to her. I'm excited to see what she thinks about the ending because we just got there's like 2 or 3 chapters left. So that's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun
Nice.
seeing her get it, and she's retaining it. Like I'll ask her what happened the night before or 2 nights before, and she'll remember not everything, but she'll remember bits and pieces of it. And she'll remember specific ordering and everything. So she's following along with the story, which is really cool. So it's I think to me that's makes me happier than her liking the story, even
Yeah.
though it's one of my personal childhood favorites. But it's making me happy that she likes it so much and she's following it along, which means like she's paying attention.
Yeah.
She's absorbing it, and that's going to be so fucking key when she gets into like school and stuff like that.
Right.
So
Does she ask
it
for
makes
you
me
to read
happy.
it now?
Sometimes, yeah. Not all.
Oh.
Not she has a few times actually.
Oh, I love that. Because then you're like, yes, when you actively want to do this thing, then I know it's not just, you're not just appeasing me.
Yep. She has asked. And I'll ask her. Do you want to? I don't. I didn't even force it on her. Like tonight, I asked, "Do you want me to read it, or do you read *Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe*, or do you prefer something else?" And
Hmm.
she said, "Yeah, I'll read *Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe*." So I said, "Okay."
Josh
And
said, sit down! I'm going to read you this book and you're going to like it.
but anyway, I've
Nice.
gone on for long enough. And if you ever do read to bring it quickly back to Wheel of Time, if you do decide to read it, let me know. I'll be excited to hear your updates. But in speaking of updates,
Yes.
you have a major medical update to
I
talk
do.
about.
Well, actually, the joke that I was going to make actually kind of applies. I am a mother finally. So, if you've seen my stories / social media updates for the past few weeks, there's several reasons why I've not been able to stream. The largest and most painful of which being I was in and out of the hospital with a pretty nasty kidney stone. So
Sorry, of course, my wife texted me 40 minutes ago. I put my phone down so I wouldn't be distracted, like I know I sometimes am on stream, and of course that's when she actually messages me, and she normally doesn't. I'm good.
Okay. I was waiting. I didn't know if you needed to resolve something.
Sorry, I'm good. Yeah.
Ye old cock rock. Oh god. Yeah, that's basically what it was. I have spent the majority of this year in
Hmm.
excruciating pain. It started uh, on the second, so like literally the day after New Year's. I went into work at the cancer center, and my back started to hurt, and I was like, maybe am I just sitting weird? Am I just like it's like a lower back pain, which you wouldn't
Hmm.
think because I mean your kidneys you feel like are on the side. I always thought they were like more on the sides, but they're actually kind of in your lower back. And I was like, oh man, this chair is uncomfortable, or like maybe I slept wrong, and it just kept getting worse. And I was like, oh my god, this is really annoying. Like this is making it hard for me to focus. And then I went to use the bathroom, and suddenly there was blood where there's not supposed to be blood. And I was like,
Mm.
oh, okay, I see. I see what we're dealing with here. And I've thought a couple of times in the past, like twice in the past, one not that long ago, and one a couple years ago that I thought that I had one. And I just drank a ton of lemon juice and a bunch of water, and nothing happened the most recent time when we were streaming and I was just like drinking the lemon juice straight. Nothing like came out, at least that I noticed. But a couple years ago, I drank a bunch of lemon juice, and then I thought I peed out some sand. So maybe that was it. I don't know. That one's both times it was like for a couple of days. This was like and it was like it was a lot of blood. Like not to be gross, but it was dark red when
Ooh.
I peed, and I was like, okay. I think I might need to go do something about this because and it was hurting worse and worse, and I was like, yep, I gotta go. It was my one coworker's last day, and I was like trying to get coverage down there so that it wasn't even my problem. I should have just probably left, but I got somebody to come down to cover so that I could leave. I went to urgent care. Luckily, there's an urgent care like right next door.
Mm.
Still had to Uber. It was a like 1 minute Uber, and it was the longest ride of my life. It was so painful, and I swear they were hitting every pothole known to man on purpose. And meanwhile, at this point, I'm at like a 8 out of 10 pain. So like
Oh.
it's up there. It's like I'm barely holding it together. And then the guy is like, there's a CVS next to the urgent care, and I'm like kind of weirdly sitting sideways in the car, in the back of the car, like bracing myself against like the seat in front of me, but also like trying to get pressure off of my one side. And I'm like breathing heavily, and I'm like like grunting as he's hitting these potholes. And he's like, "Are you going to the CVS?" And I was like, "Urgent care, the urgent care, the urgent care." Meanwhile, on his like little screen, I can see that it's pointing to, it's telling him to make a left to the urgent care, and he's pointing to the right. Like, "Are you going there? Are you going there to the CVS? What are you up to today? When you're in there, can you grab me a Sprite?" I was just like, "The fucking urgent care, get me there right now."
Did he
And
actually ask for a Sprite, or is you just making a joke?
no, that was just part of the bit. But the fact that
Okay.
he pulled up and it was like his GPS was telling him to turn left to the urgent care, and he points to the right to the CVS. He's like, "Are you going there?" And I was like, "No!" So I get to the urgent care, and I'm like pacing. I'm sweating. I thought I was gonna throw up. It hurt so bad. And they're like, "Yep, let's get you back there." And they shot me in the butt with some. Oh, police is leaving the house.
No, no, I'm not.
Goodbye.
Goodbye forever.
It was nice
No.
while I had you
Oh,
in my life. She's walking out on me.
No.
This pain, the pain of the kidney stone was too much for her. Anyway, I'm single again, so.
No.
Uh,
No way.
no. But yeah, they shot me in the butt with a strong painkiller, and in about a half an hour of agony, I got down to like a 3 or a 4. And they were like, you should go to the hospital because you're peeing blood. And I was like, that was my next stop. And I went to the hospital. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just grabbing the signal.
Me?
She said she's grabbing a cigarette.
No.
She's grabbing a signal. Grabbing a cig. The hospital in this area is... It was one of the worst experiences of my entire life.
Oh, geez.
I was in the hospital waiting room. Or not, maybe not. So waiting room plus them examining me and leaving me was 10:30 a.m. to, or maybe like 11. I left work around 10:30. So probably like 11:30 a.m. And we didn't leave there until like 9 at night.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So about 8 hours of that was just waiting in the waiting room in pain. Like I'm texting police. Like I don't know what I'm going to do. They told me there's 40 people ahead of me. And there's people like actively throwing up in the waiting room. And they're just like, well, I don't know we don't have any rooms. Sorry. And I was just like, she's so sweet. She had a break in between her two. She has a morning shift and a night shift, and she came and sat with me for like the rest of the day. And oh my god! So they finally, are basically just like, and by then the painkillers are wearing off. I'm starting to be more in pain again. I just want to get out of there. I hate hospitals. I hate medical stuff. They did a CT scan. They were like, yep, you've got a kidney stone. I was like, no fucking shit. And they were like, well, it's, small enough that you'll probably pass it on your own. And they just they prescribed me some meds and sent me on my way finally. And then this was the second, and I just chalk this up to, it's the day after New Year's. Maybe they're just like super busy because people are coming in after the holidays. They didn't want to like come in during the holidays. Came in the day after. So they were just like, yeah, just drink a ton of water. Watch your salt. And you'll probably pass it on your own if you get sick. Also, it's not just the kidney stone. I forgot. They were like, you have a UTI and mild sepsis. And I was like, excuse the fuck out of me? What did you just say? And they almost admitted me. And so, oh God, they gave me an IV of antibiotics and fluids, and I hate anything vein related. And so that was terrifying. They were like, okay, they let me leave that night, but then they were like, if you start to feel sick or if it gets worse, pain-wise, then just come back. So I was more or less okay with the pain meds until the following Wednesday. So it was about a week, and it hadn't gone away. It hadn't passed or anything, and I'm guzzling water and lemon juice, and I'm not getting sick, but there were moments where the pain was like a 9, like it hit a 9 out of 10. Like I don't know what a 10 out of 10 pain is. Like when I broke my hand, that was probably pretty close because I was like yelling. Like I wasn't screaming, but I imagine 10 out of 10 is like screaming pain, passing out from the pain, torturous, like the worst thing you can think of. And I was at like maybe a 9. I couldn't breathe. It hurt so bad. And I was like, I think I need to go back to the hospital. So my mistake was going back to the same one. I should have just gone a little bit further to a different hospital. I'm sitting in the waiting room again for 6 hours this time, looking up on Google reviews, and they have like a 2, like out of 5 stars, or no, I think out of 10. Like I don't even know.
Ooh.
But it was very low, and I was like, again, just like miserable, sitting there in pain, just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. There's this poor woman throwing up in a garbage can like near me, and I'm just like, I can't. This is like, take her back. She looked pale. She was sweating, and I was like, get her out of here. Like she needs help. Like she may die. Somebody may die in here. And there's just nobody looked like they gave a fuck. Like everybody's just like, well, yeah, sorry about this. Like people were there who arrived in ambulances that still had to wait like 5 hours. There's a guy who his wife was saying like, yeah, he's throwing up bile, like dark brown, almost black liquid. And they're like, yep, sorry. I hate it. I hate all of it. Did another CT. They were like, yep, it's in the exact same spot. It hasn't moved. I was like, fuck, it's been almost a week. I thought you could at least tell me like, yep, it moved this far to this far, so you'll probably only be a couple more days. They were like, it's in the exact same spot. And I was like, God damn it. So then they gave me more, and I was starting to run out of the pain pills at that point. Gave me more pain pills. They gave me a different pill, which is basically Aleve to... because the pain of a kidney stone is the spasms of your like tubes trying to push the thing out. Or like push it through your tiny little hole.
Your urethra.
Yeah. Your ureter, as it's going from your kidney to your bladder.
Your areanus.
Yeah. And so the oxy that I was on, like the narcotic, is just making your brain not feel the pain. But the Aleve, I was taking like 1,000 milligrams of naproxen, which is the generic Aleve, and that actually like stops the spasms from happening, and it's an anti-inflammatory, so it's supposed to more easily pass it.
Okay.
This is Wednesday, the day before MagFest. I'm in the hospital. Again, getting another CT and more meds and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go on this trip. We've already got the hotels. We've already got the badges. And I was like, fuck, what do we do? And I basically was just like, from then I was like, I'm going to be militant. I'm going to like it was like, I would set timers to when I could take the next medicine and take it like I would always overlap like acetaminophen, oxy, naproxen, like I was on like a regimen like crazy just so that I would not be feeling the pain during the convention. And aside from 3-4 moments of like, okay, I have to be away right now because it hurts. It was pretty manageable.
That's good. That's still crazy. You still hadn't passed it at MagFest though.
Yeah, it didn't. So that was the weekend, and then I finally passed it on Tuesday, the Tuesday after this a week ago today. Yeah. One of the worst experiences of my life. Do not recommend. Do not wish this on just about anyone.
Would that be a -9 on your scale or a -10?
So no, it would have to be very low because -9 would be like so bad that it's amazing.
Yeah, sorry. Would you put that then at a 0 or like a 1 or a -1?
I thought about this and I was like,
I feel like it'd be like -1.
Yeah, because I was like, I wanted to say 0 because I was like, this is just one of the worst experiences ever. But it's also, it made me, it's making me like watch my food now, my sodium intake. I'm not drinking as much soda. Like I'm drinking a lot more water, which is good for you anyway. So I'm like, I guess because of this, there is a net positive, not a net positive by any means. There is a slight positive of, I'm being more health conscious. So I'm like, is this like a -0.25? Is this a -0.5?
Because there was a silver lining. You got something out of it.
Yeah, so maybe
just not you had a child and
yeah. I took, and everybody who was like checking up on me was like asking how I was doing, and I would be like, I'm still carrying my child to term, or like I'm in my 3rd trimester. Yeah, I would say I am gonna make a review graphic for it. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the picture unless I do have a picture.
A kidney bean.
That's not a bad idea. I do have a picture of the stone though.
There you go.
It looks like Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse eating a kidney bean.
Yeah, Walt Kidney.
Walt Kidney.
Yeah, so there are not many people who I would wish that on. Awful. I some of the nurses were like, yeah, we've heard that it's worse than childbirth, and like from women who have gotten it and have had kids. And I don't want to say that I can't even imagine the pain of giving birth to a child.
I think the reason that women say that is the case is because from my understanding with pregnancy, hormones help manage some of that. Now, obviously, it's still extremely painful, but like, there's, I'm speaking out of my ass to be clear. So any woman listening to this afterwards, feel free to call me out in the comments. But the reason that I'm speculating that is because, I remember learning that after pregnancy, there's a hormone that is released in women that makes them kind of like romanticize the pregnancy, even the bad parts of it, like all the painful childbirth, everything like that. It's like, that wasn't so bad. I got a baby out of it. So it's like there's like, because normally during like a traumatic experience like that,
Yeah.
but physically traumatic, and mentally and like just traumatic in general, normally your body would be, your mind would be adverse to something like that.
Yeah.
You would try to shy away from it. But I would assume then this hormone is the thing that kind of combats that reaction.
Because if we didn't,
I don't know.
have that if our brains weren't producing that, then nobody would have kids or more
Exactly.
kids after the first one. He'd be like, hell no, I'm not doing that again. And then
now with that said, I am completely speculating. But I would assume if there is a hormone that can do that, why wouldn't there be a hormone that would help manage some of the pain? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it, obviously childbirth is the most painful thing next to a kidney stone, apparently. But so I'm not trying, but a kidney stone, I would almost wonder if it's comparable pain, but you don't have the extra stuff that your body would like does for you when you're pregnant. That's all speculation, not a doctor. anyone in the comments, whether it's here on Twitch or when this goes on YouTube, feel free to correct me. I'm not going to be upset at all. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just speculating.
I just think about purely from the volume of, I mean, that's like trying to piss out a football, like, and babies like push your organs around, and they can even like, it can even break bones, like, God, just that coming out of there, that little hole. So I don't know, but I was also in a lot of pain for like almost 2 weeks straight. So I don't know. I think it probably hurt less, but it lasted for longer. So it probably felt, that's maybe is also why. It also hurt a hell of a lot. So
I believe it.
Yeah. I've been playing it off a little bit light for maybe as a deflection on social medias and stuff, and saying like, oh man, these oxys got me straight up pissing blood in the club. But like, I do think it was kind of traumatizing, and my life now is filled to the brim with fear that I'm going to get another one, or I think about living in chronic pain with some other kind of issue, and it scares the shit out of me. I'm also, I don't think I've ever been more grateful for my girlfriend because she was amazing these past 2 weeks. Like literally wouldn't let me do anything. She's like, if I can get like a jug for you to pee in so you don't have to get up to go to the bathroom, like everything. I was like, no, I can go to the bathroom. And moving actually helped too, like getting up and down and walking a little bit, like when when the pain meds were on, which, so maybe MagFest did help a little bit because I was walking, but yeah, I'll gush about her until Kingdom Come because of this. She just did everything.
I was about to make a joke, and then I realized it would have been the worst possible time, just because you're shouting out your wonderful girlfriend, shouting out police ed. My first thought was shout out to food.
Shout out to fucking food, man.
Food's fucking great.
I
Shout out
forgot.
to the
Shout outs to food. Go watch our
end of the year stream
end of the
from
year
2025.
stream, our last episode, which is wild. That was our last one, which is 2 weeks ago. 20 days into
Shout out to food.
Shout outs to food. Now it's shout outs to water.
Yeah.
Please, I'm going to be insufferable about this. Drink at least 2 liters of water a day. That is, a bottle of water is 500 milliliters. So drink 4 bottles of water a day at least. I've been tracking like how much water I'm drinking, and I'm doing like 4 liters. Like I'm not. I know you can drink too much water, but I'm drinking water like crazy. I probably will for the rest of my life because I never ever want this to happen again. And I'm going to be really annoying about telling people to drink water and watch their salt. Yo, salt. There is so much salt in everything. Like,
yes, there is.
Absurd. Like, I got a salad. I DoorDashed a salad because I was like, oh, that'll be, there won't be any salt in that. And I looked, and I got a grilled chicken salad. I normally get it with the breaded chicken. 1,000. So I'm supposed to take. I'm supposed to be under like 2,300, I think, milligrams of sodium a day. That's like the healthy amount. There were 1,000 milligrams of sodium difference between grilled and breaded chicken. There's 1,000 milligrams of salt in just the breading of the chicken. And then
wow,
I normally get 2 of the dressings. Each dressing was 500. So I was like, if I had gotten the breaded chicken and put 2 packets of dressing on here, that's 2,000 in and of itself of just dressing and just breading on the chicken, much less anything else I've had to eat that day. I was like, holy shit. So I got grilled chicken instead, and that's probably going to be what I have for the rest of my life. And no Turkey Hill ice cream. I know we are in PA, so this probably only applies to us. Or not ice cream, iced tea.
Yes,
Everyone,
Turkey Hill iced tea is brutal.
It's a kidney stone magnet, a factory. If you want to grow them in your own body.
Did you not know this? Like, not trying to be a dick.
No.
Did you not know?
I did. I'm saying that as a warning. I don't drink it. I would drink their lemonade sometimes, but not the iced tea.
Yeah.
I knew that it was, but just like I knew that like Monster Energy probably is as well. But I didn't know specifically. I thought it was all just like processed iced tea, but specifically Turkey Hill's iced tea is like, if you want to get kidney stones, if you're like some kind of if you have like a pain kink, just drink like a gallon of freaking Turkey Hill iced tea. Come to PA and drink a gallon of Turkey Hill iced tea, and you'll have one tomorrow. You might have one before you're done finishing drinking this thing. So yeah. Anyway, drinking lots of water, watching my salt, watching my oxalates. I learned a lot about oxalates. You know what those are?
No, actually.
It's like some compound that's in like beets and spinach and kale, and even some tea. If you drink a lot of black tea, it does have oxalates. So you're supposed to. Spinach also shares the same ingredient as iced tea that caused an oxalate. Yep, there we go. Little fun fact, even when you want to be healthy. Yes, Jimmy and I are on the same page. So if you're going to have something that's high in oxalates, you have to have a serving of dairy with it, because the calcium in the dairy binds with the oxalates in your stomach instead of your kidneys. If you don't, it goes straight to the kidney. Yeah.
Okay.
So if I have something with, I'm being so paranoid now that I'm like not even eating spinach, but I imagine I'll get to a point where or like my tea, when I have a cup of tea, I'll do half black tea and half green tea, and I'll put milk in it to counteract the oxalate. I feel like I've learned. I was literally reading like published medical papers about like how to like studies about what foods like actually affect kidney stones and all. Like that's how desperate I was to like learn about this thing and get it out of me. Like holy shit. Oh, thank you for that. Stained glass dork. Anyway,
banned for life.
Banned for life. You know who's not banned for life? Jimmy fucking Doom.
I was wondering when you're going to get to this.
Speaking of MagFest, I ran into in person at MagFest, and
he made Doom.
I was maybe at like a 4, maybe a 5 pain. Like I was starting to, it was starting to hurt. Yeah. And then this dude comes up to me and he's kind of hunched down like this. And he's like, "Hey, you,
I got a kidney stone too.
I got one too. You want to fight? You want to wait, weren't we saying a joke about having people with kidney stones stand across from each other and pee at each other to try to shoot them out as projectiles?" I hate whoever came up with that. It was one of us. And Crossfire! Yeah, I think we made that joke.
You get caught
up in the Crossfire! Best.
Just a pool of blood from all the blood pieces.
Fucking Crossfire with your kidney stones. Oh my god. I hate that mental image so much, and I can feel one growing in my kidney.
Did you know all the beads that you shot out at Crossfire were made from the game designer's real kidney stones?
Oh, damn.
They spent a year drinking iced tea.
Yeah. Yeah. I came up with a new Oddworld game because in the Oddworld games, it's always about subjugation and like enslavement
and kidney stones
for profit, but not specifically. But this is where I got to. I was like, what if? Because like in Oddworld, in the second one, in the first one, Abe's like, oh no, all me and all my people are going to be meat because the overlords are hunting these animals to extinction. And then the second one, they start making this brew out of grinding up their bones, the Abe's people's bones, and then also hanging them upside down and electrocuting them so that they cry into this vat upside down because they make the brew out of their tears. Gnarly. So I was like, the next Oddworld game is going to be they feed Mudokons this material that makes them grow kidney stones made out of gold, and they just farm them, and they're just in horrible agonizing pain all the time, and they're passing little bits of gold, and then they collect the gold. Yeah. Anyway, on to anything else. Ran into what I thought was a stranger in the crowd at MagFest, and he was like, "Hey, this is gonna sound super weird," and I was like, "Hit me! I'm used to weird at this place." And he was like, "I'm a big fan of yours," and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "I'm Jimmy Doom from your streams." I was like, "What?" And immediately I was like, he was like, yeah, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then immediately like my pain went from like a 5 to a 0. I was just like, I was so elated, I was high. Maybe it was the oxy finally hitting, but it was also the moment of like, oh my god, I ran into somebody in the wild who's like, "I know you from your stream. It was so cool." I was like, "Oh man," I jokingly was like, "Oh man, I can't believe I ran into a fan." I'm just kidding. And he's like, no, I literally am though. Like I am a fan. Like I love your content. Like I genuinely love it. Like I love watching you and Josh like talk and stuff.
That makes me so happy.
I know. I was like, oh my god. So I'm just like trying to keep it cool. And then we talk for a little bit. We take a picture, which I sent to you, and you were like, "Oh shit." And then
it's Jimmy.
Yeah. James
something
Doomson.
I've never called him that in person when we've hung out.
Yeah, because you responded, you were like, "Oh shit, it's James," and I was like, "Oh, we're doing proper names." So afterwards I was just like, "Oh my god, that was so cool! Like, what a fun moment." I hope you're still hanging here, Jimmy.
He just said Crossfire, so yeah.
Oh, I know, but maybe he left after
Crossfire.
that joke. Crossfire.
Get caught up in the...
one of my many side quests where I lost my humans. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He's also dressed as Luigi, which I thought was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, where's Luigi's apartment at a time like this? Yeah, so that was cool. It was great to meet you, Jimmy. I genuinely was like on a high for the rest of the day after that. I was like, I made it. I finally made it. So that was rad. I hope you had a good rest of your MagFest. MagFest in general was cool. I love that it's 24 hours. It's my favorite convention. The venue is really pretty. So many cool cosplayers. Played a ton of really cool indie games. Oh my god! Here's a really cool moment I had, or I witnessed and got the tail end in my 1 second video. Have you heard of a... You said you're a fucking giant. I know people don't notice that because on stream I'm sitting here on a couch, but then I stand my 6'4" ass up, and all of a sudden it's like Godzilla. Like, I forget how tall I am until I see my reflection or a picture of me standing next to somebody, and I'm like, what? Who the fuck is this?
Hold on 1 second, I'll be right back.
Oh, Josh is breaking up with me. Yeah, that's so funny that you point that out, because I haven't always, but like I'm used to being this height. So when people are like, "Oh my god, you're so tall," I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess I am." I guess I am. I'll hold down the fort here for a bit. Are you a panels guy at cons, Jimmy? Do you go to any panels, or is it just kind of a people watch thing? Because I love people watching at cons. I don't think I went to a couple panels. I really wanted to go to it was like 10 in the morning though, and I was like, I didn't get much sleep, partially because of the con and partially because of the pain. So I was like, I don't know about this one. There was one at like 10 one morning that was like, so you want to get into Mega Man? And I do want to get into Mega Man because I know nothing about that franchise, but I didn't make it. Dig the Pirate Power Ranger shirt. Oh, hey! Yo, you recognize it. I do panels, concerts, party, networking by accident. Yeah, so this is, I mean, if somebody's going to get this reference, they'll probably recognize it as, Power Rangers Mega Force. But that show is a hot, steaming pile of shit. The Japanese one, the original Super Sentai, Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger, that's where it's at. It's one of the greatest TV shows of all time. Highly recommend if anyone just likes good media. No, I do think you have to kind of be into tokusatsu a little bit. If you like Godzilla, like the cheesy rubber suit Godzillas, Super Sentai is amazing. Specifically this one. This is my favorite one, Gokaiger. I'm still waiting for a show to be better than it, and it's not. Another thing that I like about MagFest is people would get this. Like everyone would get this. Like everyone is there for the same sort of things. Like I have cosplayed super deep cut obscure characters at multiple conventions where nobody gets it. And at MagFest, somebody always does. Multiple people are always like, "Oh my god, that's that like hyper specific thing, or that very very niche deep cut character." I love that con. MagFest vibes is unmatched, very validated. It's so validating. It's like this is a funny anecdote that kind of sums up all of this energy. Josh is back.
Hold on. Okay, sorry about that.
And that's cool. Why I can't wait until Josh dies. Oh god damn it, he's back. No,
I'm not dead yet, but man,
you okay?
Yeah, just Courtney needed something like immediately. It was important. So
okay.
Yeah, we're good though. We're good.
Okay. Do you need to wrap up? I mean, we have.
I do just because I'm tired.
Yeah, I realize we're just under 2 hours. Josh back from his cig break. He's just grabbing a cig. A little something to take the edge off.
Yeah.
I was saying we were talking about MagFest, and just how validating it feels being a nerd walking around there. People that con is the where people get my really obscure cosplays. That's where like people get the references that I make. Like I'll make a joke out loud and like a bunch of people will laugh and I'll be like, oh wow, that's just a deep cut quote that I was just saying because that's an echolalia thing or an auditory stim or whatever that I think is funny, and people were like, oh my god, that's from whatever, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot that I'm here. And I was gonna say I had this one moment where I walked past this group of people talking like outside of a restaurant. Oh my god, speaking of Nando's Chicken, they have a Nando's Chicken. It is a chain, but there's one right outside of the venue of MagFest. It is so freaking good. It's one of those like Peruvian like chicken places. Oh, you can go and just get like a whole chicken.
Okay.
We've gone and I've gotten like shredded chicken to go, and then I'll bring a waffle maker sometimes, and we'll make chicken and waffles in the morning, and it's so fucking good. Anyway, we were walking back from Nando's, and there was this group of people talking, and I feel like I would only hear this at a convention, specifically at MagFest, which is gaming centered. And this guy just got all I overheard was, yeah, I mean, you can use that strat, but you're just going to hit for base damage every time. I was like, that's so specific to, like, it's so nerdy. Like, I love it. I was like, oh my god. Like, Police and I were just like, we're home. Chewie, we're home.
I think that's like why convention, like I need to find my next convention like that. Because maybe MagFest will be it. Did you guys stay overnight or did you just go for a day?
Yeah, no, it's I feel like you kind of have to go overnight and stay for the whole thing, because part of the charm is it being 24 hours, especially if you're lucky enough to get a room in the hotel where it's at, because it can be like 1 a.m. and you can be like, oh, let me run back down to the arcade and play something. My group chronicles my adventures each year in a Google Doc.
It's Woodstock for nerds.
It's Woodstock for nerds. Totally. But I think you would love it.
I do too. Like, the more I see stuff of it, I'm very interested. I talked about this on like a bonus episode a while ago, but ever since kind of losing my religion, I've been looking for, like, I realized I didn't really care that much about the Christian tenets of it. I cared about community.
Right.
And
Third
now
space.
that I see the community for what it is, they're a bunch of fucking misogynistic, racist, bigots, like awful humans.
Yeah.
Just masquerading as good people, using an actual genuine good person's teachings to shield their bigotry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been a little bitter about that, especially over the last couple of days.
Understandably.
Nothing even in particular. I've been without going down this rabbit hole. I've been really trying to boil down my frustration and a little bit of my anger towards my parents, because they still vote the way they vote. Just to like figure out, like, why am I so mad at them? I know I still love them and I would never disown them, but like, if it ever arises and I have like the opportunity, because I'm not going to just come out swinging. That's not who I ever have been. But if it ever comes up to a conversation, I want to have a clear, concise argument for why I'm disappointed in them.
Yeah.
And that, so anyway, so because I've been looking for a new community, video games have very much been their part of it. Podcasting has been a big part of that for me. Yeah. But also, like, Games Done Quick, like watching Games Done Quick, they do a great job of making you feel a part of that community, even remotely. And I eventually, like, and the thing is, the winter one's in Pittsburgh.
Yes, like, I've thought about going to that one.
Maybe next year, maybe January 2027 we'll go.
Well, MagFest is also January.
Between MagFest and that. I would choose Games Done Quick first for me, only because that is something I have been longing to go for longer than knowing about MagFest.
Yeah.
But I will have to eventually go to MagFest. Like, both of these things have to happen.
Yeah, it's incredible. I think you would love it. My only slight attempt at swaying you towards MagFest is that they have a whole section of MagFest called MagFast that is speed runs for charity. So unless the specific part of Games Done Quick specifically is the draw, I think you could get most of the same experience, and then you get the rest
I'd still rather like that's not going to sway me. If I was going for speed runs, I just go to Games Done Quick because that's what it's there for. But I would go to Mags. I still want to go to both. Actually, in reality, I could have technically done both this year because I wouldn't go to GDQ for the full week. That's a lot of money. Like hotels are expensive.
Yeah.
To stay for a full week, I'd go for for a few days. And if I had the money, if money was no object, I would have gone to GDQ, and then GDQ started on Sunday, like January 4th or whatever, and MagFest started like 4 or 5 days later. Like it was that week, so I could have done both.
Yeah, that's true. I don't
For
know. I
one
think...
crazy expensive vacation, just me, and I probably would have gotten divorced afterwards.
Yeah, I think I don't know if I would need to go to unless I do have some friends who speedrun, unless it was like I'm going specifically to support, or if like a friend who speedran wanted me to be on the couch, I would absolutely be there for that. Most of GDQs I watch after the fact. I catch up on them. I don't watch a lot of it live. But that could be cool.
Sorry, finish. I cut you off. Finish what you're saying. I keep doing that.
I was just saying, like, I think I got what I think I would have gotten out of going to a GDQ at MagFest by watching some live speed runs for charity, which was cool. And then after I don't want to say like got bored, like, oh, it's not enough to hold my attention, but
no, I don't. There's no shame in that. I like GDQ is something I like to put on in the background, but the reason I want to, and I'll watch it intently when it's a game I'm interested in, but I like having it on for just everything else.
Yeah.
With that said, I think the reason I'm still leaning more towards GDQ is I've been to tons and tons and tons of cons.
Sure. Yeah. That's fair.
And I understand MagFest is unique, and it has its own special vibe. And that's cool, but I've been to over a dozen like cons, like so many over the last decade or so.
Yeah,
I've never been to a Games Done Quick.
That's
and
fair.
As much as I'm sure the vibe from MagFest is different than others and arguably better from everything, not just from you. Jimmy's talking about right now. He says it's a unique con vibe, has everything. Even when you need a reprieve, you spent like 4 hours playing pinball one night, then partied with a bunch of influencers.
That's awesome.
That's cool. Like, and I like that. But I've never been to GDQ, and I want to experience that and I think part of it also it's a very personal thing for me because GDQ has, even though I have not interactive with the community really, it feels like I look to that community. Like I've been seeing a lot on Blue Sky recently. Like GDQ is such a unique space for gaming because in like 2017, 2018. They went hard into to being inclusive.
Yeah,
like they started doing pronouns. They started adding pronouns to streamers' like handles.
Yeah.
They made it much more family friendly. They actively started like trying to be more inclusive and promote inclusivity.
Yeah,
and
all their like shows that are like, you know, Black and Fast or like Flame Fatales, where
I think it's called something different, but yes.
Isn't it Black and Fast?
I thought it was something else. Maybe it's called Black and Fast, but that just sounds I could be wrong though.
They have so many. Like just the showcasing, like purposefully giving marginalized speedrunners spaces to do that. Yeah. I love that.
Black in a Flash.
Oh, Black in a Flash. That's great.
And they do the Fatales stuff, which is like Frost and Flame Fatales, and it's like it's just people like when is that? Frost Fatales is starting on Sunday Sunday, March 8th, excuse me, and it's just all women or women/femme led speedrun.
Yeah.
Or a speedrun event, and it's not 24/7 like Games Done Quick is. It's, they usually do it for about half the day. It's usually noon till about midnight or noon to like 10:30 or like noon to midnight or so, I would say. And then they take 12 hours. It's like in 12-hour chunks. It's, they then go to bed, and then they wake up and they'll start around 12:30 or 1 or something like that. So but that's cool to me. Like but the reason I bring it up is just because I can genuinely and sincerely credit GDQ with oh, I see now. Back to Black 2026 is an event starting on February 5th. So I'm okay. Interesting. I don't know what okay. And it's like it's like a 4-day event. Thursday, February 5th through Sunday, February 8th. Anyway, but I can genuinely credit GDQ with helping me normalizing for me, like, trans people, because it was something that was so foreign to me and confused me and like made me uncomfortable. And I'm not saying that to like that's not a good thing. Like they normalized it for me to an extent that now it's like, yes, I'm still learning, and I'm still like, there's still elements of that of the LGBTQ community that makes me uncomfortable, but that's a good thing, right? Like I consider that a good thing because it's challenging me. It's helping me remove the biases and like stigmas that have been ingrained into me when I was a kid, and helping me stop those problematic reactions, right? And I credit GDQ with really starting that for me.
Yeah.
And oh, sorry, Jimmy, you said part of my have the GDQ. Do you just sit there and watch in a chair and watch people game? It's mostly like that, but they do have like an artist alley now, and they have an arcade room, so like you can go and play games and stuff like that. And they have, I believe, people do talks there. They do like little mini panels as well, but they don't
That's
air
cool.
the panels. It's all stuff for just attendees going to things. But yeah, like GDQ really, because they were so unabashedly supportive of the LGBTQ community, specifically, especially the trans community, it has helped normalize that for me to an extent where it's no longer like I don't necessarily feel uncomfortable about it anymore. There's still moments and this and that. That's just, once again, ingrained stigmas that I was raised with.
I was
That
gonna
I'm
say
trying to work
those
against.
take a lot to get out. Those
They
take
do.
a lot when
Um,
you're raised in that.
yeah. And they do, but I give them full credit. Not full. I give them credit for starting that journey, and because I remember when they first added pronouns, I was like, "What? This is unnecessary." I wasn't like angry, but my first reaction was like, "This is unnecessary. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on." Like,
Virtue signaling.
okay, I'm like, fine, you're gonna do it, whatever. Uh, and now it's become so normalized, I don't even think about it. Like, and that's the type of stuff that you need. And the fact that they are so unapologetic about it, like to the point now where, like, in the midst of all these fucking gaming culture wars, and influencers are always like, oh, and this game company's now, whoa, Ghost of Yote is, all the
Oh my
bullshit
god.
that like all the bullshit that gaming YouTubers, like reactionary YouTubers, spew, and the hatred they spew. And here is a week-long convention that consistently puts up $1.5 to $2 million
Yeah.
for charity twice a year, and all the meanwhile, in the background, they stream trans rights,
Yeah.
like flying in the fucking face of all the fucking culture warriors. And they've been doing, like, they are unapologetic about it. They've been doing it for over almost like the obviously the event's been going on for longer than a decade, but noticing that like adoption of like really being inclusive, and really doubling, tripling, and quadrupling down on inclusivity and acceptance and kindness and empathy. And they've been like, I noticed that about a decade ago. It might have been like 2017, 2018, maybe 2016. I don't quite remember when it started. I don't know. I don't remember when I started seeing pronouns in like the different speedrunners handles and stuff like that. But like, I think that's why, to bring it back to like why I would choose GDQ over MagFest. It's not just that I like speedrunning; it's that there's an emotional
Yeah,
attachment to for
you have a
me.
connection to this specific
Yeah.
organization programming.
And it's a very one-sided connection. I know some people who work at GDQ. I've actually, like, through podcasting, I've podcasted with some of the speedrunners who have appeared on GDQ stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with that logic. I do too. Spike Vegeta, who's one of, like, the main presenters at GDQ. He's been on the podcast before.
Oh, that's sick. He's funny.
What did we do an episode on? I forget what we did. I think we did an episode on Super Mario Odyssey speedrunning. Is what we did. Nice. And he was awesome. He was a great guest, and he's very funny.
He's got great energy.
He does, dude. Really nice. I asked him to come back on again. He's like, I'm focusing on my stuff. I'm like, fair enough. No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Really good dude, though, man. I really like Spike a lot. And
but yeah, like Jimmy says, that's cool. That's good on you for recognizing and having something that is has actively made such positive change, in yourself over all these years. It was art school for me. It was going to art school and seeing, like, oh, I'm not, like, you have to be exposed like this. Like, you can't, these conservatives are just like, la 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 la, close my eyes and ears. I don't want to see anything rainbow or blah 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 because I will never understand it. You have to be. Just fucking have a conversation with somebody, or like you said, it's the normalization of it. It's not like, and it would have been fine if they did this, but they're not out doing, like, super in your face, like, now is the gay parade part of the program, and it's like I said, that would have been fine if they did that because they are creating that space, but they didn't have to. It's the normalizing of it. Just like, what are your pronouns, or like, like, here's a space for Black creators. Here's a space for trans creators. Here's a space. Speaking of, every trans girl I know is a nerd. Like, it's like there are and I see a lot more, like, at cons where I'm just like, more inclusive spaces, like at MagFest too, where it's like, panels where it's like trans women in gaming spaces, and it's like they've been there. They're always there. Like. And
Rebecca Heineman, rest in peace.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
she like this has been something within the games industry forever, but it's still dominated. And listen, like, don't get me wrong, as like this isn't a woe is me thing, but like, as like a cis white dude, sometimes I'm like, man, everyone else is getting their own events, but like, we've had ours, for literally, like,
all of them.
This is, and here's the other thing, I can still do GDQ.
Yeah,
like, it's not like. It's like we don't need this. Like, sorry. Just to be clear, I'm not asking for a cisgender white dude event. I'm not asking for that in the slightest.
Well, what about white pride? What about
I don't mean it by that at all. Yeah. Nerds being shitty to trans folk is an oxymoron. Do they know who keeps the internet running?
Right.
Very true.
Yeah, well, it's them and the furries. Every furry I know is in IT.
How awful what I said came off as. So I wanted to clarify that. I'm not calling for that.
Oh, no. I
just
don't,
to be clear.
I didn't take it that way, and I hope no one else took it that way. I don't think anyone would.
The internet can take context out without... they can take things out of context whenever they damn well please. So I just want to make sure I clarify it. So if something does get taken out of context, there's this clarifying statement right here. I don't actually want that. It's like I said, it's not an oh woe is me thing.
Still loading the Great White Hope. I do this bit with Polisa where I go, I'm sure everyone currently watching right now knows, if you're watching this on YouTube or whatever and you don't know, my girlfriend is Black.
What?
So what? I know. I do this bit where I go, like, because I'm a lefty, I'm like, yeah, like, when you've been oppressed like my people have, and you have to conform to society and use their terrible right-handed scissors in your left hands, or sit at the desk that don't just quite fit right, or smear your ink when you're writing, like, you'll truly understand what it means to be oppressed in this country someday.
I mean, as a Christian, obviously the most oppressed group of people in the United States. So,
yeah. Jimmy's like, what? who just, like, met her in real life. Yeah, I know. I'm always like, well, my people have really suffered, and I hope you never have to know what that feels like. Terrible.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so yes, the reason I choose GDQ is just because that has been like watching those events has become my every 6 month church service.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like it's where I'm able to commune with fellow nerds and fellow just good humans, like good people. Um, Same when I go to like too many games or like any gaming convention in general. Like I'm really looking forward to too many games later on this year. I'm
Hmm.
still going to try to do a panel there. They keep fucking rejecting my panel, those sons of
Ah,
bitches. But um, I might try to do. Uh, I might try to this year do the Final Fantasy draft at a
nice.
convention, like live.
That'd be dope.
Um, I, I tried to do it at Retro World Expo. Um, Retro
Jimmy
World
says he'll be there
Expo.
working.
Nice, nice. I think actually my buddy Gilmer does volunteers there too. I think he
Nice.
might have mentioned that a while ago. Or
Yeah.
no, I saw James there. I saw James there last year, and he said you were there, and then I missed you. I saw James and his wife though. Not
Hmm.
no, you're James. Sorry, Brian. God damn it. I saw Brian and his wife.
Brian.
He said you, James, were working there. Son of a bitch. It's it's 11 o'clock.
I know. Well, I think yeah, Magfest is like too many games on steroids. I think you would love it. I think everything you're saying about
I think
GDQ
I
is
would,
totally
and
valid.
I think Magfest would become my new too many games because too many games has gone down in my appreciation over the last couple years just because they really seem like um what is it uh they focus so much on celebrities now and like
Mm,
influencers, and it's run by Screenwave, which is fine, but I like Screenwave. I don't have like a bone to pick with or anything like that. I just they're a little bit too like some of the people that are under their creator umbrella. I'm not fans of.
mm.
RGT 5 being one of them. Uh,
They're
B
too woke.
Woodhawker. He RGT 85 doesn't go. He's not necessarily like a straight reaction influencer type of thing, but he has elements of that in him. Like he's had moments like that.
Mm,
Um, but I'm not really a fan of his stuff. Same with like Woodhawker, beat 'em ups, or is whatever his YouTube channel his name is. He's a little cringy, and like they just really focus on a lot of like gaming YouTube that I'm just not really a fan of, which is odd because it feels antithetical to what AVGN is. Or not antithetical, but like it's so different from what AVGN is like.
mm.
Like AVGN is these scripted, written like sketch videos,
Yeah.
and these guys are just like video game like vloggers. And nothing against the vlog,
Mm.
like vloggers, but it I don't know. The vibe is just very different, and just not a fan of some of the stuff that they put
Uh,
out. So they focus a lot on that and also the guests, and it feels like because of the focus on that, they get a lot of their content creators to do panels, which is what fills up the panels more often than not. And I'm like, I get it. You're bringing, I don't know. I just wish. I think it's one of those things where it's like one of the fun things about being able to do panels is having the community submit stuff. Like you've gotten rid of the community half of what makes the convention interesting. So it's just I don't know. It's disappointing.
yeah. I think it's also like it's more of an expo than anything. Like if you're there to shop, that's one thing. Like that's a great place to find hidden gems and stuff like that. I think I prefer more of the panel sides of things and the cosplayers and which there are cosplayers at too many games, but it feels like it's much less than at like a standard
Uh,
convention.
Jimmy asked, "What should they focus on?"
Hmm.
I mean, if they focus on the shit I want to, they're not going to be as successful. Like I'm not denying what they're doing is smart from a business standpoint. Even from like a public standpoint, like the stuff that they do is going to be more appealing to the vast majority of people. I understand I'm in the niche with this. What I miss about too many games is when they were doing stuff like I remember one of the first panels I ever went to there was like looking it was like a video game history panel, and then they had like uh it was a lot more like I don't want to say educational, but like interesting crossroads of like game history and stuff like that. Um, and
Yes, Jimmy.
you don't think you miss anything working at TMG? It's a flea market to me with wrestling in the back. Yeah, that I feel like volunteering for it, I'd get everything I would want out of it.
Yeah.
Instead of paying the fucking like $80 for a day now.
Yeah, it's
It's fucking
getting more
stupid.
and more expensive.
Like that's the other thing. Like to me, the amount of money you spend for a single day pass is astronomical. Um, what I think I miss is like when I first went to Too Many Games back in like 2014, I want to say
Mm.
2014 or 2013. Um, one, I miss when Game Chops did all the music for it. They would
Yeah.
do live DJ sets around it, and they just stopped wanting to pay them or whatever. I don't know what the
Ugh,
logic. I don't know what the reason for it
really?
was, but I don't know if they wanted to stop paying for it or they just wanted to do. But like they just play like they just loop music now. Um, so I'm kind of bummed about that. I
Oh.
loved that Game Chops and DJ Cutman would kind of do like a
Yeah.
chill, like not lo-fi, but they would DJ like DJ a set, but it was like a chill set. Like they're not putting on a show. They would just hang out at a booth, sell their stuff, and then they would also be able to play music for the entire convention center.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
That's where I first learned about DJ Cutman. It was probably that same year, like
Yeah,
2013 or something.
and so I missed that. I'm trying to remember the panels I went to in 2013 or 2014, but I remember there was panels um like how to make games for the NES, or
Mm.
like the Retronauts did a panel on the like the 3D. I wonder actually, could I look up, hold on, 2013 Too Many Games convention. Could I look up like the schedule for this? Like is that still, my god, it was $25 for the weekend.
You gotta be shitting me.
For the fucking weekend, bro. Like that's crazy. Um Maybe it was not 2013. Let me go to 2014 real quick. Yes, 2014 was definitely it because um, Noah Antwiller was there. He was Spoonie, DJ Cutman. Um, yes, I think this was the first one I went to. Now, can I look up 2014 Too Many Games convention schedule? Do they still have it somewhere online?
Probably.
That's 2014 convention schedule. No, that's doesn't help.
I think I saw
Um,
Family Jewels 7X there. Jules Conroy, I think
yeah,
his last name is.
yeah,
That year.
yeah.
Before he was big. Now he's making music for video games. And he was just doing like guitar covers. And he was like my favorite uh, gamer cover YouTuber. And I got a picture with him. And I was like, this is so cool. You're like my favorite. And he was like, oh, I didn't think anyone knew who I was. And now he's like doing concerts at main stage on at Magfest. Like it's so cool.
hmm Man, I
Jimmy
really
says,
wish I could.
I met DJ Cutman at a comic shop in an Amish town. That's so funny. What? And then I saw him everywhere. It's the first MagFest where this was the first MagFest where you didn't run into him. That's so funny.
Yeah, he doesn't really show up anymore, and I don't know if it's because like not enough people are there. I'm not quite sure. Yeah,
We saw
I
Mega
can't
Ran.
find.
I saw Mega Ran there at Too Many Games one year, and he did this
Mhm.
awesome freestyle where he had everybody stand in a circle, and then he went around and he said like everybody hold out like just a random item that you have on you, and people were holding out like games, or if they were cosplayers. Like I was cosplaying Cody from Street Fighter, so I had my like my prison suit on and the handcuffs, and he went around and he did a bar about something that everybody was holding as in a freestyle. It was so sick.
I can't find the schedule. I was hoping to find like the schedule from Too Many Games back then, like to see if I could remember some of the panel names, but I can't seem to find them anywhere.
I remember going
I
to a
just
Super
remember,
Sentai panel at a Too Many Games one year. It's probably like 2015.
I can't quite remember, but yeah, I loved Too Many Games, man. Like I love that from a decade ago, and like the panels to me were just more interesting. They felt like like just an example. I don't think this was one of the original panels, but like it would be like a panel on the evolution of Mega Man on the NES and talking about all the differences of like how Mega Man evolved or something like that over the course of the NES and stuff like that. Or like Retronauts did a panel on the 3DO console, which was like super interesting. Like to me, I like that type of stuff. Now, all the panels, I'd be curious, what was the 2025 schedule? Because a lot of times the schedule for that will still be up. Usually the more recent ones you can still like
before they
find.
update the website.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see like what I probably still have even the panel. Like I probably still have like the things or whatever. The fucking goddamn the schedule, the paper schedule. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't seem to find it right now. But I'd be curious to see like what that was too. Like I can't find it. Sorry, I'm getting distracted trying to find it. But like it feels like a lot of the panels now are like influencers, like so and so Q&A or like name your or like a voice actors panel, which I'm not saying should go away. Like those should be in place, but it's all panels done by the guests and there's so few sourced by the community and it's really frustrating.
Yeah. Should go to MagFest.
I know.
That's all it is.
I know. It's become kind of a little bit too corporate for me, even though it's still run by like a relatively small, a relatively small company. So
there's a sea shanty
frustrating
sing along that Jimmy does every year. That's awesome. Leans into
some of the best panel. There's wow,
fun side and not the business side. Yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah,
like it's just so much fun.
That's why I was saying like I do think that MagFest is going to turn into my too many games. Like because I can't do games done quick every year. I just want to do it at least once.
Yeah, there's nothing at Too Many Games that's not at MagFest. Like their dealer's room is. I mean, I guess it's less of people selling retro games. But it's the same size. It's the same size as Too Many Games' Artist Alley, and then they have a whole nother whole side, like an entire Too Many Games size room of just indie games. Oh yeah, I had a cool moment that I wanted to share with you about the indie games, and it's just people who bring games like that they're working on, and they want people to play them, and just to build buzz and play cool games like. There was one that I loved called Kung Fu Kickball that was there for a couple years, and then it finally came out and I got to buy it on my Switch and be like, I played this when there was no art and it was just a concept, and I love stuff like that. They do tournaments for like indie games, which are always fun. Yeah, Jimmy says the indie hall is amazing, and they do weird stuff. Like they have like the weirdest, like this year they had a giant bowler cap hanging from the ceiling, like giant, like the size of a car, and that's your controller. And then you move the bowler cap to move your weird little guy. Oh yeah, there was a wheelchair controller. Somebody made a wheelchair into a controller for a game. Like it's just fun weird stuff. And just fun not weird stuff. There was a game, I think they showed it on the Game Awards or maybe Summer Games Fest last year, but it was called Unbeatable. It's like a rhythm action game. Do you remember that?
No, not really.
Okay, I remember the trailer being super rad. It's very like World Ends With You, Scott Pilgrim kind of art style, just like very punky, Shibuya punk. It's supposed to be like in a world where music is illegal, and so I think the tagline is like play music, do crimes, or something like that. And it's a rhythm game, but it's also an action game. And it looks super cool. And it was there at MagFest this year, and I guess the game had just come out in December. I at the time I didn't think it was out yet, but it's brand new. I thought it was still in development. I mean, they're making DLC for it. But they had a booth there, and I went and I was looking, and it looked super cool. It was packed, so I didn't get the chance to actually play it, unfortunately. But right when we were there talking to the like creator of the game. Oh, we were dressed as Elphaba and Fiero from Wicked Part 2, which was a hit. The creator came out and was like, "Oh my god, like I want to talk to you guys so that you can play my game, but like I just wanted to say you guys look amazing. Like play my game, but also like you're amazing." Like I mostly wanted to say you looked amazing. And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." I just wanted to say this your game looks amazing. Like I'm so excited to play it, and that was a cool little moment. Then somebody came up dressed like cosplaying the main character from this game, like this indie game that I thought at the time wasn't even out. And I thought she was just part of like the promotion. Like, you know, sometimes they'll pay cosplayers to dress up like the characters to build buzz and stuff. But I was like, "Oh wait, you're cosplaying from this." And she was like, "Yeah, I wanted to like, so I'm surprising the creator right now." And I was like, "What?" So I like took a step back. She filled in the gap, and then like the creator, who was like eating something at the time, like looked up and saw her, was like, "Oh my god," like threw her food down, came running out with her phone, like, "I gotta get pictures. Oh my god, this is so cool. I can't believe you're like," and it was such a wholesome, sweet moment. Like I can't even imagine. I mean, I can because I do it a lot in regards to I fantasize about this with the graphic novel I want to become a real thing. The feeling of somebody coming up to you and of their own volition and money and time dressing up as a character that you created from something of yours that like moved them. That's, oh my god. I want that so bad, and that moment was so cool. I was just like, I got to get like the very tail end of it. I took a 1-second video that day of that moment with the creator and that cosplayer, and
that's really cool.
It was so cool to witness. Like she was just like, "Oh my god!" Like she looked like a kid, like a little kid just being like surprised with their favorite, you know, celebrity or something, or cartoon character. So that was rad.
That's really cool.
Oh, Keaton's in the chat. What's up, Keaton? Sea Chanty sing along sounds amazing.
You're coming in at a bad time though, Keaton. We're wrapping this up.
Yeah, we're wrapping it before we're tapping it. We're wrapping up before we tap out. Yes, it is. It's getting a bit late. Ooh. A little visual gag for our YouTube only viewers. Best time. I'm tired. That's fair. I think we are all tired, and we are wrapping up. Anything else that you experienced in the time that I was hospitalized?
Not that I can think of, and even if there was, I'm tired. I will say the only thing I'm going to shout out real quick is the Road to First Light series begins tomorrow on Patreon, or in 50 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
almost tomorrow.
But the Agent Under Fire episode is coming out tomorrow on Patreon. It'll be out for everyone on Sunday. And real quick, Keaton, Andrew had a quick hospital visit. In a nutshell, Andrew, so Keaton knows what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, so I should say I wasn't hospitalized the whole time I was off. I was in and out of the hospital. Had a gnarly kidney stone, infections, peeing blood, all the fun stuff. It took about 2 weeks to pass, but it is out of my body. All I'll say is drink more water. Drink more water and watch your salt, because I do not wish that on anybody. But I appreciate your well wishes. I am better. I'm almost back up to 100%. It's just about completely out of me. I'm still a little sore from it just working its way through my body, but all is well for now, and fingers crossed. I am drinking tons of water. I never want that to happen again.
Yes. But
sweet. Yeah. First to First Light. Nope. Road to First Light. It's starting
Road to First Light
almost soon.
Yes. Very soon.
I wanted to say quick. I'm not glad we're talking about the kidney stone again, but it did remind me when we were talking about GDQ. You texted me. You were like, "I know you're suffering. You're going through it right now. But something that helps me when I am in the shitter is GDQ, and that's happening." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that did remind me." And I did watch the. I literally was pacing around this room in pain with like a heated thing on my back. I watched the Sonic Adventure speed run, which was super interesting. Like there was a ton of really cool tech that they talked about in that. Jimmy says first a flashlight. That's a different video. Other last thing I wanted to tie up from the very beginning of the stream, I got this very cute plushie of a crocodile, and I got the creator's name finally. HC Ward Creations. So HC
Ward
WARD Creations on Etsy.
Dope.
She makes these really cute different. You can get them in all different colors and sizes. And I saw this at MagFest 2 years ago and wanted one, and my lovely girlfriend got it for me for Christmas. So this is my new friend Juanita for short. And she's a good cuddle partner. She's dense. She's got a great little head nook. What a way to bookend the got that Neopets vibe. Yeah, she's super cute. What a way to bookend the stream with shouting out artists and cute animals. Anyway, Keaton, you weren't here when we were talking about furries. God damn it.
We'll talk about it next time.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. We always do. We will wrap it up. I have some things that I experienced literally on Christmas Eve that I still want to talk to you about. So my list of things keeps getting longer, but we will put them off. Is there anything? No, I can put everything else off, including this mystery DVD that I have had right here. Oh, a little tease. Oh, what is this? Oh, can you see it? Oh. Somebody go back and pause the video and zoomify and enhance if you want the spoiler.
It's He-Man.
Close, actually. Pretty close.
I saw the pose. It looked like He-Man.
It's a very He-Man pose. A little bit later than that era, but a classic cartoon that needs more love. Anyway, thank you, Josh, for your time. Thank you, all friends who are chatting. Thank you, all friends who are lurking. Thank you, everyone, if you're watching on YouTube after the fact. All guys, all gals, all non-binary pals. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Drink more water. I think I'm just going to add permanently to the end of my sign-off. Drink more water.
You should add a hydrate bonus for your points. People can spend. Yeah,
that's not a bad idea.
Stole it from G to the next level.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh gee. I always pop into G's streams as a fellow Sega nerd. I had something else I think I was going to say, but my official recommendation is... I'll just tell you what this is. Watch Pirates of Darkwater on DVD.
Okay. There you go.
I will talk about that next time. Thanks all. Have a good one. How many? What do we got here? We got a good amount of people. Is there anyone we can raid to? I haven't done a raid in a while because usually
Drew the Damager
is Drew on right now.
Drew is on.
Oh hell yeah! Okay. Well, I will.
The Damager.
Drew the Damager. I've seen him pop in and out quite a few times. Hello. Where is mine? There we go.
Hello.
He's popped in and out. Oh, you have now disappeared, which is weird. It's doing that thing.
Drew the Damager.
All right. Raid has begun. I will send you all over there shortly. Tell him I sent you. And yeah, let's assemble the Drew Tang clan. Everyone, have a good night. And we'll see you tomorrow for Wildcard Wednesday. Goodbye forever.
Bye.